Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for Friday, week 24, day 5. It is June 16th, 2017, Quad Witching Friday. Hey, as always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. To support your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given day, always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, Jedi traders, let's get started here. Rolling out the week as Quad Witching Friday, end of the second quarter here and almost end of the half of the year. Wow, where'd 2017 go? Anyway, looking at the markets, what a move as NQ, that's right, NQ last night on the Globex, Bank of Japan coming out with their data, and after a week of some economic data, including FOMC, and wrapping up this contract as volume on the ES here, again, topping out 1.32 on the September contract and really laying it low there on the June contract. Pretty much all that is done. Finally, like to get all the volume in one contract. All right, there was your NQ Globex. Again, pretty much momentum at the beginning of the session continued to the downside. We'll take a look at the big charts here, including the market internals in a moment. So momentum to the downside actually, and carrying through a little bit of chops at the low in the mid AM session, finding a low. Some of the charts finding their MML Murray math level lows, and then a little bit of a pop towards the close and chop on a Quad Witch Friday. VIX closing out here at 1038 with Amazon putting in a 23-point move to the upside, trying to regain that strength back up to 1,000. Google not coming anywhere close yet, as that's right, there it is, Amazon buying out the Whole Foods today. So there's the news. A couple of other key economic events today, and pretty much overall momentum shifts down and back to the upside. So there are your session highlights for today, June 16th, 2017. Let's jump into some of the market internals here on the big picture market profile. Very nice as we settle out the second quarter of the, or at least the second contract of 2017, as we roll now majority of volume in the September contract. There it is. Nice market profile. Very balanced session as we saw both on the ES and the YM. So volume profile indicating building value. Building value means consolidation. Consolidation means breakout eventually. As the ES, there it is. ES consolidating at the tops for almost the last 2 weeks. Holding here right below the all-time highs. That drop to the next open gap. Got to keep that in mind as we roll forward. Who knows what summer's going to play out, but I can tell you the farther higher we go, the longer the drop downside, as the YM holding up there at the all-time highs, holding strong, but it's the NQ which keeps minimizing that distance down to the open gap downside. Again, Jedi traders, for those of you that have been with me for a while, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to the open gaps. They exist, they're downside, they've always been there, and at some point we will go clean out those downside open gaps. 100%, as you can see, all these open holes on regular trading hours were points in the market where price action came down and closed out unfinished business. Wonderful move on the AD line on the NQ today, pretty much straight across the board on the YM. Not too much as excitement, but it was the NQ again with nice good volume. Nice move to the downside. Finds the low here at the negative 70. That's right, the negative 70 AD line, which happened to be the MML low. We'll go ahead and show you that chart here in a moment, but what a move downside, and then there it is, bounce back upside. So markets move in both directions. You never know, but not much room to move back even lower. Could pull back and still continue downside, but once that low was put in, including the MML level today, it was a nice turnaround, and so ticks could be made on both sides. But hey, with afternoon session, the way the momentum moved didn't go very far. All right, let's take a look at the big picture on the charts here. Let's take a look at the ES full session there. Nice move. Putting up the MML charts for you guys today. Nice move all the way down. Find the MML lows down here at 24.22. A little bit of chop at the bottom. Yep, I told you that pre-market move, that's where it was on the ES. So you had to jump on that or wait for one of the indecision bars on the ES here and take the ride down. Hopefully your stop didn't take you out on a tail there. Again, some of these days you just got to keep that stop a little bit further back just to get that first contract to break even and not be taken out by a tail. You never know when that will happen. So if you get stopped out, you just wait for the next indecision. So wonderful move on the ES there. Got another little piece here if you are trading the ES. Another opportunity on the setup downside. MML found support at the lows, bounced back upside, higher highs, higher lows. You got a Fibonacci retracement about 38%. Nice move, give you a fib extension to the upside. So ES, nice counter trend back upside, give you that 10-point handle even back to the upside. Wonderful move. NQ full session. Again, nothing smooth here on a 15-tick chart. But again, after that pre-market move, you can see the NQ chopping its way here in the AM session. But the best move right here around post 30 minutes. Gets you going here. Trade management, a little bit of challenging in the mid section here. And then price back upside. But again, 15-tick chart, even a 10-tick chart, got you the opportunity. Again, first move out of the bucket right there on the open on the NQ. Not bad. So two solid moves in the AM session on the NQ. Might as well leave the PM session. Just look at the time from market open, the 2.5 hours from the market open to the PM session, and then PM session to market close. Not much afternoon session, giving you a lot of price action possibilities. And YM, very quiet on the YM is price action. Again, same picture. Market momentum shifting downside here. Again, you're looking for the highest probability setup with all charts in sync. And there it is. Price action by the market open had already moved down the majority of the move. So it was a little bit difficult just jumping in mid-trend here on the YM. So you let that go. You wait for the pullback. Gives you a little bit of a move here. Not much. Back upside. Again, YM didn't go very far here today, but hey, going for the move with all charts in the green, even on the pullback here was a little bit challenging. So again, watching the YM move through the session, I didn't make any real calls there to say anything was worth looking at. All right, let's go to some highlighted charts here. Again, we mentioned the NQ Globex move, and then all of a sudden there's the pre-market move. So you got yourself a turnaround. So besides the U.S. session giving you a lot of chop there, Globex happened to be the one you might have wanted to be looking at. So there's your pre-market bounce back upside. Market nice move down, and pre-market bounce back up here on the NQ. This was the 1-minute MML chart, so right off the lows. So playing by the, if you're playing in the range bound, not a bad idea to have that MML overlay, or at least be looking at on the side on the range charts. Again, I bring up the MMLs because it's just a nice strategy. I show you them every day on the big picture, where we are as far as a 60-minute or a daily or a weekly. Give you kind of a good time frame range as, you know, where are we sitting in relation to those MML levels and the minute charts. But again, it comes down to the basic strategy and the setup of a combination of moving average crossover, which is, again, another internal. But it starts with the HA bars. It's a trend bar, not a price bar. A trend bar that's showing you price actions in trend. You've seen if it's in sync with the 5144, which is the cloud. Is it in the red? Is it underneath? Yes, we have that. And is it in sync with the 534? Beautiful setup. Where is it happening? An hour and a half before market open. So that's your choice. That's your choice to trade pre-market. If it's there and the solid body's down and it's in trend, you got yourself a nice trend and you manage it on the way down. So nice pre-market move on the NQ. All right, so that was pre-market, and then post 10 minutes, you whip it right around. Market open, NQ back downside. And again, before I showed you the picture on the 15-tick, you don't get as many bars, but here on a 10-tick, there it is once again. You got about a 50% pullback. I think I drew a fib line at that time, but about a 50% pullback. Up, at least not breaking the 61.8. Moving average crossover. Solid Heikin Ashi bars downside in sync with all three charts. There you go. NQ moved to the downside. Hopefully trade management didn't whip you out on some of these first tails. All right, NQ. So there it was. Nice move, NQ, on a 15-tick chart. We showed you the chart already. Off the 1-minute chart, AD line at that -70. Remember where I showed that to you? And downside. Now, why do I show you all the NQ charts? It's my preference when it comes to the intraday indices. It's not to say we're not looking at ESYM or any of the other charts. And again, I point those out, see if there was a solid trend. I'll bring that up in the daily trend. But overall, NQ tends to be one of those markets that I tend to find market momentum moving much smoother. It has its days. But we're looking forward to that TF Russell coming back to the CME in July, seeing how price action may just return on the good old TF Russell. All right, well, speaking of other markets, let's take a look at the ES. There it is, ES. We had a nice, wonderful move on the ES. So those of you who are struggling on the ES, this might be a great adaptation. There it is, pre-market entry. Tail didn't even get you out on that candle. I don't even think it came up to the entry, but it might have if your stop was at break even. Okay, you got stopped out. At least you didn't take a loss. Price action, market open, solid Heikin-Ashi bar. Bang, you're into the downside. Nice move on the first couple 3 moves of the ES. And throw an MML level in there, and there it is. That was the support on the ES. All right, we took a look at the open gaps NQ chart. Again, off the MMLs, I did throw up a fib line. Nice retracement off the lows to 50%, 61.8, using intraday Fibonacci retracements and extensions. Not too shabby. And eliminate the MMLs, and there you go. You just simply have a fib retracement up to 61.8. ES finally found a bounce off the MML lows. We saw that price action lift upside, and that pretty much, Jedi traders, wrapped up our charts for the week on the indices. Not much to talk about on the other charts. Let's take a look at crude today. Crude not going much anywhere, dropping down actually a time frame to the 5-4. I usually watch the crude on a 10-7. Here's price action again. A little bit of movement to the downside as crude struggles here. We got open gaps. Let's go to the open gap on the market. I believe. And again, we switched contracts here on the crude and as 6E and 6J also. So we closed out an open gap down here, 44.25, that I've been talking about for some time now. So crude, again, we'll go over in the weekend recap where we find where we're sitting or the technical momentum outlook for next week. But right now, crude mostly downside for today. GC on the low time frames, again, not much move on the crude. It was pretty much quiet session straight across the board. 6J, same picture, low time frames. Again, there's your market open. A nice Globex move there. Today on the 6J, new contract here for September. So nice trending move on the end. Again, if it's not working for you on the NQ for a day or the YM or the ES, just pop on over to the yen or the euro for that matter, any other market you might be watching. Again, 6E, price action pretty quiet here. There was the gap up on the new contract after a nice move downside yesterday. So 6E regaining a little bit of strength to the upside. And there it is, the screen share recap for the day as the ES gets a really nice climb back up here, even into the 5 o'clock hour close. All right, Jedi traders, that's it. That's a recap, insight into the daily trend for the key technical momentum of the indices and key futures markets as I view each day. Make sure you check out my weekend recap. I'll post here momentarily on the week 24 and look ahead to the technical momentum outlook for week 24. Hey, Jedi traders, feel free always to stop by here at tradingfibs.com where you can find out more information about myself, testimonials, people who've gone through the trading room, including membership here that you can finding pretty reasonable, or just simply checking out the trading rules that we encompass in our live trading room each day. Hey, my mantra that I talk about each day, I'll go ahead and pull that chart up for you. There it is. One simple strategy, any chart, any market, any time frame will keep you disciplined. I tend to find the range charts working for me, but that doesn't say you can't use them on a minute chart or any other chart for that matter. You can find me every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs, where you can follow my intraday tweets. follow any thoughts or shares that I might have in the marketplace. Again, if I simply leave the crystal ball to the experts, you know the deal. I'm only watching the charts that are in front of me, so there's no bias. Whether we're supposed to be up or down for a day, it doesn't matter. Sure, long term is a whole nother picture, but intraday, you got to be ready in both directions. I showed you on the charts today, we had momentum downside and the turnaround. If you take the turnaround, at least know when you're getting in and when you're getting out. If you're interested in joining us, community of like-minded traders seeking those highest probability setups, feel free to email me, david@tradingfibs.com, and I'll give you access on a Thursday or Friday to come in our community. Small community, guys, anywhere from 30 to 50 traders on any given day, sharing like-minded ideas and sharing our ideas on the market. Also, if you're interested in those Murray charts and more information, there you are. You can check out my tutorial on Murray math levels. You can also visit my YouTube channel where I have a lot of other great information on the markets, including the daily trend and a variety of other interests. All right, that's it, Jedi traders. It is National Fudge Day, so go out and have some chocolate for yourselves. Until then, have yourselves a great weekend, a Blue Zone day and a Blue Zone weekend. And check out my weekend video, which will also be posted here on my blog site, including at See It Market and MrTopstep.com. And before I forget, let me scroll down. For those of you who are interested in, as the Infinity Futures Live Trading Challenge is going on until next week, if you didn't get a chance to enroll, make sure you check it out next time. But Infinity Futures webinar, go ahead and click down here on June 7th, 2017. I went ahead and actually, if you just go ahead and click there, as a live certified trading coach going over 3 sessions. Here's your homework for the weekend in case you haven't seen these. Going over what does it take to set up a trading plan and solid trading strategy. It doesn't have to be mine. It just has to be a trading strategy that is disciplined and hopefully will get you on the route to solid profits in the markets. Just got to take it slow there, guys. Got to take it slow. All right. As I said, have yourselves a Blue Zone weekend wherever you may be. Have yourselves a good day. Have yourselves a good night and good trading to you.